Code red. This is not a drill. Dan Scavino is B2.
The dead hand system would launch all of Russia's remaining nuclear weapons without even needing a hand to push the button.
Bomber posting on social media, and you know what happens next.
To push the button, hence the name the dead hand. It set up a system to launch no matter what, even if we're all dead. Like, don't you dare launch at us, or even our own dead hand will get you. Russia.
I mean, distrust is so high in this country that nobody will share their real name at a local meetup, and the persistent belief that if we just vote for the right person, they'll fix it. Well, here's what I've come to believe, and I've believed it for quite a long time. The political class, with almost no exceptions, is not going to save us. They're too compromised, too self-interested, and too embedded in a system that rewards inaction or even creates greater problems.
Don't know Dan Scavino? You should. He's a man who's been by President Trump's side for nearly 40 years, probably the single most trusted advisor to the president, the voice of Donald Trump when it comes to digital media, and a man who runs all presidential personnel.
So what do you think Putin's view of nuclear war is?
He knows. He's a very realistic man. This is serious. He doesn't bullshit. He talks very straightforwardly, and we don't understand that. Our language is a little more rhetorical than his.
Yes.
He's pretty consistent. He said this is a red line in Ukraine, and he always has maintained that, and he went to war for it.
The red line being NATO up against us.
The Russian minority in Ukraine. And they moved into Donbass and Lugansk were the issues at that time. That was what was at stake.
Yes.
The Ukrainians promised to respect the autonomy of those people. They never did. They were started killing them.
Runs all presidential personnel, and so he's a man who knows what's about to happen.
Fallout begins to descend within hours. The nuclear fireballs have vaporized millions of tons of soil, concrete, steel, and human remains. This material has been sucked up into the mushroom clouds and irradiated. Now it falls back to Earth.
Hey, we call this on the topic that nobody was thinking about in the Strait of Hormuz. Everybody in the Strait of Hormuz, all they're thinking about is ships coming through $2 million is what they want, but here's what they asked. 97+% of the internet you and I use is from underwater cables. Not satellites. We think it's satellites or we think these cables outside. It's 97% submarine cables. And guess how much cables are underwater? 750,000 miles. And by the way, you know how much each mile costs to put down there? 400,000, upwards of $1.5 million. This is trillion plus to build all these cables. And the reason why Iran figured this part out is the following.
President Trump has canceled all plans this weekend. Told top administration, military, and intel officials to cancel all of their Memorial Day plans. And Donald Trump is back at the White House. It hasn't been seen. All reporters were sent out of the White House, ladies and gentlemen, late last night. Something's about to happen. This is one sign. This is another sign. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dan Scavino posting at 1 a.m. in the morning. A video of him and President Trump walking into the White House, but it is the music that everybody's tuning in on. The Nessun Dorma, the sum of all fears. Scavino dropping hints tonight. What's about to happen? I guess they're going after uranium. Here's the video. War is in the All right, one plane has flown over Iran. Let's see.
Let's start with an immensely dark topic: nuclear war. How many people would a nuclear war between the United States and Russia kill?
So I'm coming back at you with a very dark answer and a very big number.
And that number is 5 billion people.
At you with a very dark answer and a very big number.
And that number is 5 billion people.
And that number is 5
billion people.
Numbers 5 billion people.
And then there was silence, and then there was silence, darkness for 303 years nuclear winter. From dust thou hast come, and to dust thou shalt return. The ice protecting life at the Svalbard seed vault, hunger a constant companion. The sun shone brighter than the blasts that caused this suffering, melting away the protect sheets of ice, ripping like fire at the very pigment of human skin. Race completely forgotten, the big reset. The survivors went underground forever, incapable of life on the surface. The misery and the smell in these pits of human decay, indescribable to today's humans. But this will not be the story that we share. There is hope in faith, faith in humanity. Hope in a future that we can only dream to be better than the future we woke up to today. Imagine a world plunged into an unimaginable darkness. A nuclear winter that lasted for 303 years. A time when the very dust we came from seemed to reclaim us. A stark reminder of our fragility. Yet, even in the face of such devastation, life found a way. Deep beneath the frozen earth, the Svalbard seed vault stood as a silent guardian, protecting the future of life itself. For those who endured, hunger was a constant, gnawing companion. The sun, once a source of life, now shone with a terrifying intensity, melting away protective ice and searing unprotected skin. In this new reality, old divisions vanished. Race, nationality, all forgotten in the face of a shared struggle for survival. It was a reset, a profound and brutal transformation. The survivors, forever changed, sought refuge underground. Their lives now a testament to resilience, in a world no longer capable of sustaining them on the surface. It's a powerful reminder of our planet's delicate balance and the incredible strength of the human spirit.